Hi out there. You're not in frame.
Now I'm in frame.
Someone had an early morning. That guy.
I got up at 5.
He waited in line at Target. You were there at 5:30, I assume?
Yeah, a little before then. There was 2 people ahead of me, and I really could have shown up way later because the particular Target I went to got in 110 of these.
So yes, we are now the half-proud owners of an SNES Classic.
Yep. So when I got the NES Classic last year, I was like 5th or 6th in line, and they only had about 24 of those. I'm like, the SNES was more popular in general. There's going to be more people because I know that it's kind of rare. And even though Nintendo promised to make more, we all know Nintendo and their promises.
Also, I need to stop you for a moment because, oh my god, this cat. What are you doing, Deimos?
She's a homewrecker.
I just fixed that. Okay. So, would you like to explain to the people at home what an SNES Classic is?
Well, if you somehow don't know, it was Nintendo's second console that took cartridges. 16 bits, and it was primarily made, at least earlier, so that they could compete with the Sega Genesis or Mega Drive. Because Nintendo's plan was to stick with the NES for at least 5 more years, and then they were like, we're just getting our butts beat by Sega, we need to upgrade. So this came out and it had so many great video games on it. Since there's like a dozen or so Sega games I liked for the Genesis, whereas Super Nintendo, there's near on 100 games that I would love to play all the time. And this has 21 of them.
Should I read them off, or do the people at home not care?
You can read them off. Why not? It'll be fun.
Okay, so we have Contra 3, The Alien Wars. Did you want to expound on any of these as I go, or...?
Run and Gun from Konami, so third party on there.
Donkey Kong Country.
First party Nintendo, but also co-developed by Rare.
Earthbound. Is that the one that's not actually called Earthbound?
Well, it's called Mother 2 in Japan.
Yeah, because we didn't get the first one or something.
Yeah, we didn't get the first one, didn't really even get the third one.
Final Fantasy 3. So is this actually Final Fantasy 3, or is this that weird numbering system they got going?
It's Final Fantasy 3 in America land and Final Fantasy 6 in Japan.
There you go.
We skipped a few.
F-Zero.
That's a Nintendo racing game. That's awesome.
Is that the one you have on the Switch? No,
that's Fast RMX, which people say is like F-Zero.
Kirby's Dream Course. What is that?
That is a golfing game with Kirby. I've never played it before. I've heard it's supposed to be good. We'll see if that's a waste of a slot or not.
Kirby Superstar. Stop kicking me.
Oh, no.
8 games in 1.
Yes, Kirby Superstar has a lot of other Kirby games jammed into it, so it's pretty awesome.
I think my friend played that one.
It's great. It's got 2-player.
Mega Man X. You have how many different versions of Mega Man around this house?
Quite a few. This, however, was the first of the X series, and is also the best of the X series somehow.
Secret of Mana. I know what that one is.
Like Senken Densetsu 2. We also skipped the first one.
Anywho, it's pretty cool. There's a cat crying somewhere.
Sad face.
Star Fox.
Polygon flying game using an FX chip.
I'll go find the cat. You read the games.
Alright.
Be back.
We also have Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting, which I've actually never played. I had the original Street Fighter 2, and then eventually upgraded to Super Street Fighter 2, so I kind of skipped that one. And a lot of people are like, oh, Super Street Fighter 2 totally unbalanced things, and the 4 extra characters suck. But I always liked it. So if I can ever mod this thing later, I might put that on there. Super Castlevania 4, which I've played a little bit of. It's a tough-as-nails platformer with cool graphics.
I found him.
Super Ghouls and Ghosts, which in my opinion is kind of a waste of a slot. It's really, really difficult, only slightly easier than the NES game, which is nigh on impossible unless you are crazy good at video games.
I know, I rescued you. You love me now. Super Mario Kart.
People might have heard of that one.
Thank you, Deimos.
Yes. Murdering cameras.
It wouldn't be one of my videos if there wasn't cats.
Nope.
Anywho, yeah, Mario Kart. Racing game.
Yes.
I know, I rescued you. Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. That's a long one.
Yep, that's made by Squaresoft, the guys made Final Fantasy. Nintendo employed them to make an awesome Mario RPG.
Have you played it?
Oh yeah.
Are you good at it?
Yeah, I'm okay. I get like halfway through the game and I'm like, this is really, really hard, and then give up.
Super Mario World. That is...
That music pounding into your skull now.
Yes. I think we're safe having that music in the background. Super Metroid.
It's the third Metroid game, and probably the most popular. I'm not very good at Metroid, so I'll probably give it a whirl and give up.
Did they put that on the new DS yet?
Yeah, you can get that on the new 3DS eShop.
Does Eric have it?
Yes, he does, because he is a Metroid superfan.
Super Punch-Out! It's a boxing game!
It's a fun boxing game, and it's a lot more like the original Punch-Out arcade, which I got to recently play in Minneapolis.
Hey look, The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past!
I have never heard of that one.
Ever. You can't see my shirt, so...
Yeah, that might be one of my favorites on the Super Nintendo. That's probably like top 5.
And Yoshi's Island!
I played it once, and it was a bit puzzly, and I was like, this isn't like Super Mario World. Why is it called Super Mario World 2? But my friend Eric likes Yoshi's Island and other games with crazy FX chip graphics. And then finally, Star Fox 2 is thrown in as a little bonus feature if you can beat the first level in Star Fox 1. Which is an okay bar to set for that one. I think most people can get through it, and if you can't, Star Fox 2 wasn't going to be that easy anyway. It's the first time that's ever shown up as a playable format besides the incomplete ROMs that have been on the internet. And the reason Nintendo held that one off is because they were coming out with the 64, and I figured it would just look dumb to have a crappy SNES Star Fox, so they just went and upgraded that straight to the Star Fox 64.
Well, I'll think about moving the camera so you can see the actual device. However, the cord is much longer.
Yes, it's not as long as the original Super Nintendo cords.
However, it's not as short as the other one.
Yes, my NES Classic has about a, 2-foot cable maybe,
You don't need the twist tie.
whereas this is nearly 5 feet.
Oh, they want food.
Yeah, we'll get there.
It's lunchtime for them. that explains it. Yeah, I'm too lazy to move it over there, I think.
Hover.
Oh, let's see how good your camera work is.
That's right, dramatic close-up.
Does it need a dramatic close-up?
Yes, and that face hugger right next to it.
You can't tell that we are ready for Halloween. Anywho, I think that's all we have to say about the toy.
Yeah, toy. It's an action playset.
See, this is why I need to set up a Patreon or something so I can fund your expensive lifestyle.
It's not that expensive.
This thing retails for $80. Don't buy it for more.
Got a 5% off at Target. Target
Yes.
card, yay!
Yeah, but that was kind of all my spending money for a while.
Yes, and there should be a bunch more of these in stores. I'm sure they're probably sold out by now, but they should be getting more shipments in, so everyone have fun Christmas shopping for these.
I'm never going to be happy where this camera is.
Nope.
And a quick life update. Enjoyed going to Celtic Thunder. Got injured a bunch. This is my life.
Yes, she somehow cut into the backs of her heels with the shoes she was wearing.
They were both too small and too big at the same time, so I crushed my toes and then sliced open my heels.
One day you'll be able to walk again, Rose. One day. Ignore the cats. We should probably go.
Yeah, I also dropped a book on my shoulder, but you know. He and my mom say I should live in a plastic bubble now.
Yes.
So, there you have it. the SNES. So,
Get it if you like Nintendo.
yeah, I'll have to find something to do this weekend because he's going to ignore me. So,
And if you have a Super Nintendo already, it's got save states, so, you know, you can just save games and walk away from them at any time. That's cool.
yeah, he gets distracted a lot. Did you talk enough in this video? Do you think that satisfies all the people who said you were too quiet?
Yes. I am totally dominated by you in this relationship and don't decide what you're doing pretty much every day. It's not that I'm, you know, super domineering. It's just that I'm like, hey, Rose, what do you want to do? And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, well, do you want to watch Star Trek or something? And she's like, I don't think so. Well, do you have anything else you want to do? No. Well, then we're watching Star Trek. Or we're playing this video game. Or whatever. Normally, we just do whatever I want to do. Very rarely is Rose like, I have a thing I want to do. And then I'm like, whoa. This is the first thing you wanted to do in 3 months.
Like, I want to get a bunt pan. And you're like, I don't know. We got an exercise bike.
What do you need a butt pan for? You have an exercise bike. They're totally equivalent.
Yes.
Okay, we should probably go.
Gotta feed the cats now.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.